The broadcast began at 1447 Universal Standard Time. Across human space, on every screen, every device, every communication channel, the signal appeared without warning. Governments tried to block it. Military networks tried to shut it down. Nothing worked. The alien transmission was too powerful, too widespread, too deliberate. It showed a planet, green and blue, covered in forests and oceans. The human colony of Aurora Prime, home to 10 million souls. Then, the killing began. General Krell of the Zanthar Dominion stood before the camera, his 4 eyes gleaming with satisfaction. His species, tall, armored, with skin like burnished copper, had ruled 17 star systems for centuries. They were conquerors, warriors, masters of lesser species. And today, they were teaching humanity a lesson. "People of the galaxy," Krell announced, his voice booming through translation systems, "witness what happens to those who defy the Zanthar. The humans dared to expand into our territory. They dared to claim worlds we had marked for conquest. Today, they learn the price of their arrogance." The camera panned across Aurora Prime. Human settlements burned, schools collapsed under bombardment, hospitals exploded into flames. Evacuation ships were shot down before they could escape atmosphere. And everywhere, people ran. Families fled with children in their arms. Teachers tried to shield students. Doctors carried patients from burning wards. The Zanthar soldiers hunted them through the streets. 10 million people died over 6 hours. Every moment was broadcast across the galaxy. The feed showed close-ups of terrified faces. Audio captured screams. Graphics displayed real-time death counts climbing higher and higher. Some Zanthar soldiers posed for the camera. They laughed. They made victory gestures over human bodies. General Krell stood among the ruins and spoke again. "Let this be a warning to every species in the galaxy. The Zanthar Dominion does not tolerate defiance. Challenge us, and this is your fate." The broadcast ended. Across human space, billions watched in stunned silence. Then, the silence turned to something else.
The rest of the galaxy moved on. The human problem was solved. No one knew what was happening behind the silence. Earth was transforming into something the galaxy had never seen. Every city, every nation, every colony worked toward one goal: revenge. Admiral Nakamura stood in the underground command center beneath the Pacific Ocean. Around him, hundreds of officers worked at their stations. Charts covered every wall. But these were not defensive plans. These were blueprints for genocide. "Report," Nakamura said. General Park stepped forward. "The shipyards are ahead of schedule. We've completed 900 warships. By year's end, we'll have 5,000. Quality? Better than anything in the galaxy. We've studied every species' technology for centuries. Our shields are stronger. Our weapons hit harder. Our engines are faster." "And the special weapons?" Park hesitated. "Admiral, are you certain? They violate 23 galactic conventions." Nakamura's eyes were cold. "The galaxy watched our children burn and did nothing. I don't care about their conventions. Can you build them?" "Yes, we can build them." "Then build them." Across human space, the war machine grew. Dr. Sofia Martinez had spent 25 years developing treatments for childhood diseases. Now she stood in a secret facility on the moon's dark side, looking at a weapon that could kill billions. "It's ready," Nakamura said. Martinez nodded slowly, her hands trembling. "We call it the Reaper. It's a biological weapon. Once released, death rate is 100%. There is no cure." "Is it specific to Zanthar biology?" "It targets their respiratory system, won't affect humans or most other species." Nakamura looked at the small container, barely larger than his hand. Inside was enough death to end a civilization. "Make more," he said. Martinez closed her eyes. "Admiral, I became a doctor to save lives." "I know," Nakamura interrupted. "But if we show mercy, other species will see weakness. They'll test us. More humans will die. The only way humanity survives is if every species knows with absolute certainty that attacking us means death. Not for soldiers, for everyone." Martinez wiped her eyes and straightened her shoulders. "How many containers do you need?" "Thousands." The hunt begins. The year ended on a cold December night. In the command center, Admiral Nakamura gathered his officers for final briefing. "Tomorrow, we begin Operation Remembrance, the complete destruction of the Zanthar Dominion. No negotiations, no mercy, no survivors." He paused, looking at each officer. "Tomorrow, we are going to commit genocide. We are going to kill billions, most of whom had nothing to do with Aurora Prime. We are going to become the thing we hate. And when it's over, the galaxy will never see humanity the same way again." No one moved. No one spoke. Every officer in that room had lost someone on Aurora Prime. "Tomorrow," Nakamura said, "the Zanthar will wake to find their worst nightmare, and then they will learn what humanity has become. The extermination." The attack came without warning. General Krell was asleep when the alarm started screaming. The night sky was on fire. Human ships had appeared in the outer system, not hundreds, thousands. The Black Fleet struck 17 military installations in the first hour. Zanthar ships tried to launch. They were cut down before they could clear dock. The battle lasted 11 minutes. 400 Zanthar warships became debris. Nakamura stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Retribution, and felt nothing. No satisfaction, no triumph, just cold emptiness. "Open a channel," Nakamura said. "All frequencies." His face appeared on screens across the galaxy. This is Admiral Kenji Nakamura of the United Human Fleet. 1 year ago, you watched the Zanthar murder 10 million humans. You watched them kill our children. You watched and did nothing. Some of you cheered. He paused. Today, we give our response. Watch closely. This is what happens when you kill human children. We are not going to stop until the Zanthar are extinct. And when we're done, every species will know humanity remembers and humanity repays. The transmission ended. The price. The war lasted 6 months. The Zanthar fought desperately. It wasn't enough. Human soldiers moved through their cities like shadows. They didn't accept surrender. They didn't take prisoners. They simply killed, block by block, street by street, house by house. On the final day, Nakamura released the Reaper. The biological weapons swept through the remaining Zanthar population. 22 billion died within 30 days. When it was over, their worlds were empty. Their cities were tombs. Their civilization was dust. Nakamura stood alone, looking at the data. 22 billion souls. He had ordered their deaths. He bore that weight. Was it worth it? He asked the empty darkness. He didn't expect an answer. He didn't receive one. But he knew the truth. Nothing was worth this. Nothing could justify extinction. And yet, he would do it again. Because the alternative was worse. Because the galaxy only respected strength. Because humanity would never again watch their children burn while others laughed. The New Order. Centuries passed. The Zanthar worlds remained empty, monuments to the cost of attacking humanity. In schools across the galaxy, children learned about the Zanthar extinction. They learned that the Zanthar had been proud and powerful. They learned what happened when they killed human children. The lesson was clear. Do not attack humanity. Do not kill their children. Do not laugh at their suffering. There will be no negotiation, no surrender, no mercy. Only extinction. In the darkest corners of space, aliens whispered about humans, not as friends, not as enemies, as something else entirely. They called them many things, but the most common term was simple: the Rememberers. Because humanity always remembered every slight, every attack, every drop of blood. And when the time came for repayment, they repaid in full. On Aurora Prime, rebuilt as a memorial world, stood a wall stretching for kilometers, 10 million names carved in black stone. At its center, a plaque bore one message: no mercy, no survivors. This is the price of touching our children. Let the galaxy remember. The galaxy remembered. The galaxy would always remember. Because when humanity remembers, they repay, and they never, ever forget. They wanted to teach us our place. They succeeded. Our place is at the top, and we will burn anyone who tries to pull us down. Admiral Kenji Nakamura, after the extinction of the Zanthar.